What is going on? What is going on? What is going on, everybody? Is your boy Royal King Brian, aka Brian, and I am here with a much awaited training video. So you can see I got the board behind me. Today it's gonna be a very important video, so it might be one of the longer ones that I've done. But I'm super excited to get into this topic. I think this topic is going to be very relatable. I think this topic is going to help out a lot of people. And if you want more information, I'll let you know at the end of this video how you can get the very best information outside of this video. So, if there's another lockdown, guys, which might happen, if there's another lockdown and a lot of people lose their jobs more than they already have, a lot of people have to switch careers, a lot of people have to get on unemployment again. How are you going to make money? How are you going to make money? This is a topic about why you need to have multiple sources of income, why you need to have multiple sources of income, and how having only one income, it's a very, very bad thing, and we should not normalize it. It has already been normalized in society. Oh, just get one job, have one career, have one pathway, make money one way. And that's why you see a lot of people still living in poverty. That's why you see a lot of people still living in poverty. I want you to think, I want you to think, I want you to use your head right now. What successful person do you know only has one income? What successful person only has one income? Elon Musk, Tesla, PayPal, SpaceX, stocks, investment, real estate portfolio, Jay-Z, liquor, clothing, music, fashion, marketing, agency. What successful person only has one sources of income? I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but the average millionaire has 7 different sources of income. Now, what does that mean for the people that don't understand? What does multiple incomes mean? It does not mean having multiple jobs. You do not need to have multiple jobs. You can have one job and have multiple sources of income, which is what we're going to talk about today. Multiple sources of income means income, something that is bringing in money, something that is bringing in money. Now, you can say, Brian, my job brings me money. Yes, that's one income. And if you have two jobs, then you have two incomes. If you have a job and a half, that's still considered two incomes because you have money coming in from two different companies. Now, think about this. The average millionaire has 7 sources of income. Now, you can say, Brian, maybe I'm not trying to be a millionaire. That's too much money. And you got to cut that down in half. What's 3.5, right? 3.5 sources of income. So if you still have one income, you're still behind the ball. And for those of you guys that did not see my podcast, my Leave a Legacy show with Royal Queen Danelli, we were talking about how Danelli, my girlfriend, she has one job, but she has multiple sources of income. She's investing in stocks, she's investing in crypto, she has a Roth IRA, 401k, life insurance. All of this also brings in money every single month or every single quarter. So not only is she making money from her job, she is making money doing other things, myself included. I'm self-employed. I have a YouTube channel. I get paid from affiliates. I get paid from my business. I get paid from selling merch. So I have multiple sources of income that's not including stocks, crypto, right? And I'm still going to be building that up with like investment properties and stuff like that, right? So if there's another lockdown and you want to make more money, how can you get started today? Well, before I show you the positives, I'm going to show you the downsides and I'm going to show you the negatives of what having only one income can be, right? Why having one income is pretty bad. So this is you, right? Let's say you are a table and you're up, right? Your job is holding you up. This is your job, right? The legs, let's say each leg represents an income, right? So this is you, you're on top, right? You have one leg, your job is holding you afloat. Your job is keeping you up. Most people, if they have a job, they're like, okay, I have a job, I'm using this to stay afloat. This job is keeping me afloat. This job is keeping me up. Now, what happened was when the lockdown happened, right? Society, a lot of people in society were not ready. Some people were, but a lot of people in society were not ready. So let's say you kick this leg off, right? Boom. You kick this leg off. Now you fall to the floor. You kick this leg off, you fall to the floor. You lose your job, you basically lose everything. You don't have another income keeping you afloat. You don't have another income keeping you afloat. And that's what happened to so many people. That's why so many people lost their jobs. Now you can say, Brian, a lot of those people could have gotten unemployment. I need you to go do your research. I need you to go do your research. A lot of people did get unemployment, right? A lot of people did get unemployment, but there are a lot of people, and this is mostly goes for Hispanics and Blacks, right? Hispanics and African Americans. A lot of people are here illegally. A lot of people don't have the proper paperwork. A lot of people were not able to collect unemployment for not paying their taxes before, for many, many reasons, right? So what happens to those people? They fall flat on the floor because they don't even have unemployment. Now, yes, a lot of people were collecting unemployment, and as you guys can see now, the states are also taking unemployment away in order to encourage people to get back to work. But now that you have no unemployment, you fall back to the floor. Now, what's also happening, again, do your research, guys, do your research. A lot of companies, they're looking for people to hire, but they're not trying to hire people that took a whole year off of work, because it's going to come across as you being lazy, because they've been hiring for so long. They're not going to want to hire somebody who's like, oh, I couldn't go to work. I was just collecting unemployment for whatever reason, right? Unless it had to do like a family related issue, which is not really a lot of ways to prove that that's the reason. A lot of companies are not hiring for higher positions in that level. They're going to look that you have a whole year lapse, almost 2 years now, and they're not going to hire you. So you don't get hired, no income, right? Now, let's say this is you again, right? This is you again. Now, let's still continue like you have a job, right? This is your job. You have one leg, job. You have a second leg, and let's just say stocks. You have a job, and with your job, you invest in the stock market, right? It's another leg because the stock market is giving you money. The stock market is making you money. It's another one, crypto. Crypto is going crazy right now. You haven't heard of Bitcoin and stuff like that. You're falling behind because there's a lot of people making a lot of money on cryptocurrencies right now. And let's just say a business, right? So now you have 4 legs, right? 4 legs. Now, what happens if your job falls apart? Let's kick this leg off again. Boom! We're kicking this leg off. You still got 3 other legs keeping you afloat. You're not falling to the floor. You're not falling to the floor like in this scenario, because now you got your stocks, your crypto, and your business keeping you afloat. So you're still making money. You're off balance. You're off balance, but you're still staying afloat. And why is it that you need multiple sources of income? Well, in society, we have multiple bills, right? So this is your income, right? This is all the money that you make. You work every week, you get paid weekly, or you get paid bi-weekly. This is all your money coming in, but you have multiple bills, right? So the same way that you have multiple bills, let's go. Rent, car, electricity, food, clothes, right? Cell phone bill, right? So the same way that you should have multiple incomes because it keeps you afloat, most people in society live in the opposite. They have one income and they have multiple bills. How does that make any sense? Why have we normalized having multiple bills but only have one sources of income? Again, you lose your job, all these bills stay. All these bills stay. You still got to drink water. You still got to get food. You still need clothes. You can't go outside naked. You still got to pay the rent. You still got to pay your car. Right? All these bills stay the same, even though your income is gone. So why are we in a society that people say it's okay to have multiple bills, but when you want to start investing in stocks, people are like, you have a job already. Is want to invest in crypto? You want to start a business? Business? You have multiple bills. You can't be talking to me. You have more bills than you have money coming in. And this one income could probably pay for all of this. But again, what happens if this income goes away? And this is what happened. This is why a lot of people get trapped, right? Let's talk about this trap. A lot of people get trapped in life. They're doing things that they don't care about. They're doing things that they're not passionate about. They're living life and they're miserable. I know, like in Spanish culture, you hear this, "Estoy aburrida, no sé qué hacer más." Like people are just frustrated, right? In English, it just means like, "Yo, I don't know what else to do." Like I don't know what else to do. They just on a hamster wheel. You know, when you're in a hamster wheel, that you're running and running and running and running, and you can run as fast as you want. The hamster can run as fast as he wants. The hamster can run as fast as he wants, as hard as he wants. He's not getting anywhere. And it's because people are stuck in this cycle. You have one income, and as you get older, you just add more bills. Then you have a kid, you have a son, then you have a daughter, and these bills keep filling up. But this one income is the only thing. So no matter how much you try, you're not going to get ahead. Now, what can you do? The same way that you have multiple bills, a lot of people say, "Oh, let me start saving money." I'm going to tell you right now, I've learned that saving money is not going to get you out of poverty. Saving money is not going to get you out of poverty. I have seen firsthand people who would say, "Oh, I'm going to save money." And there's two things that happens. Either they're not able to save it because they have multiple bills, so they're not able to save, right? Or the second thing that happens is that they save money and nothing happens. They save money and they're still stuck. They save $5,000, $3,000, and they're stuck. They don't know what to do. So what happens is eventually they have that $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 saved, and then they go out, and because they don't know what to do with the money, they make a bad decision and then they go back to zero again. How many times, think about you in your own life, how many times have you been able to save $5,000, $10,000? Now tell me, do you still have that money? How many times were you able to save $5,000, $10,000, and you went back to zero? Your bank account went back to zero. Right? I bet you that has happened to a lot of poor people. Again, you're running hard, you're saving money. You don't know what to do with it. You don't know where to put it. You don't know how to make your money make money, right? You don't know how to make your money make money. So you go back to zero because these bills are going to keep piling up. I have seen firsthand people, I'm only shopping on days that there's a sale. I'm only shopping where it's cheap. I'm going to shop at Marshall's. I'm shopping at Target. And even though they're doing everything right, they're saving money, they're cutting coupons, they're shopping on days that there's a sale, they're not buying expensive designer stuff. Still poor, still living in poverty. Now, there's other people, on the other hand, that people don't understand how it works. Like people in poverty don't understand how it works, but I'm here to show you how it works, right? So stay with me. There are people that don't save money. There are people that never buy on sale. There's people that only shop at expensive stuff, and they're able to go from poor to middle class, or they're able to go from poor to rich, or from poor to upper middle class, right? How is it? How is it that somebody could not save money? How is it that somebody could not shop at discounts? Are they making more money? Is that what it is? Are they making more money? Yes, they're making more money. That's what it is. They have multiple sources of income, not just one. Not just one. I'm going to give you a personal example. Myself personally, right? In my history of working ever a 9 to 5, a regular job, I have never made over $50,000, right? I have made 50. That was the max. 50 was the most I had ever made at a job. And when I first got that $50,000, I was still living paycheck to paycheck. And you know what's crazy? Once I started investing, once I started doing things the right way, I went down. I was making 40,000, but I was making more money. And then I went from a full-time employee and I became a part-time employee. So now my 50,000 went from 40,000 to 30,000, and I was making even more money than that. So when my job was paying me the least amount of money, I was making the most of my money in my entire career. How is that possible, Brian? How is it that your job is paying you less? You voluntarily chose to get paid less. You went from full time to part time, right? And you're making more money. How is that possible? Multiple sources of income. Because now, while my job is paying me less, the stock market is paying me basically every day or every quarter if you're a dividend investor. While my job was paying me less, my crypto was going up, right? Made a good amount of money in Dogecoin, right? My business, I started a business, right? And my business generates sales every single day. And for those of you guys that have been following me, I've been having my YouTube channel for years. And this year I hit 1,000 subscribers. So I'm basically adding another leg. Another leg for steady protection. So now while I don't have a job, I have so many legs keeping me afloat that if any of these other legs, let's say the stock market crashes, I still got crypto, I still got business, I still got YouTube. Let's say YouTube, Brian, what happens if Google cancels YouTube? Well, I still got stocks, I still got my business, I still got crypto. It's not like on this one that you lose one thing and you lose it all. Now, how can you do the same exact thing? It's easy. Do what other successful people have done. Do what other successful people have done. You don't need to know these people in person. I have never in my life met Warren Buffett, but I invest like Warren Buffett invests. I invest in dividend paying stocks. I didn't need to meet Warren Buffett in order to learn his struggle, his come up story. I read it in a book and I saw it on the YouTube video and then I implemented it, right? I started my business, Brian. I don't have time. I started my business when I had 2 jobs. I had 2 jobs and I still found time to start a business. I started investing in stocks without knowing what I was doing. I started investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies before I even knew what it was. I just knew that that was going to make me some money. And I was like, let me invest. I started a business without mentors. I started a business without mentors, without advice. I did it wrong and I did it wrong and I did it wrong until guess what? I did it right. One thing that I've learned is that when you're playing this game of trying to go from poor to middle class, from poor to upper middle class, from poor to rich, you only need to be right once. You can be wrong 100 times. And the one thing that you do right will change your life forever. For me personally, I was doing my business wrong for years. 2020 came, only one good year, my life has been completely different. I got a better car, moved to a better house. I moved across overseas. I'm making my dreams come true. I use that money from my business to invest into stocks. I use that money from my business to buy nice clothes, to buy nice things. I don't need to save. I don't need to cut coupons. Guess what? You don't need to do the same thing either. You don't need to do that either. You can live life truly the way that you want to live your life, right? You can live life the way that you want to live your life. If you're in America, if you live in America, you can live life to your maximum potential. Now you can say, Brian, I've always thought about starting a YouTube channel. I don't know how to start it. Start it. You'll figure it out. Press record and upload it. Brian, I want to start a business. I don't know how to do that. Figure it out. Go on Instagram. Say, hey, I'm going to sell this. Who wants to buy it from me? Somebody will buy it from you. And if nobody buys it from you, then work on your sales pitch. Work on your presentation. Brian, I want to invest into stocks. I don't know what stock to invest in. I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to make any money sitting from the sides. You're not going to make any money in stocks just by looking at it and not investing, right? You're sitting on the sideline looking and thinking about it. Thinking about it never made money. Thinking about doing something never made you money. I want to think about getting this job. That job is not paying you because you're thinking about it. I'm thinking of investing. That you're not getting money off of investment if you're thinking about it. Taking action. taking action. Now I'm gonna tell you again, what if there's another lockdown? What if it's there another lockdown? Like I said, check and do your research. Latin people and African American people have suffered the most during the lockdown, right? If there's a second lockdown, who do you think is going to suffer the most? Latin and African American people. Now, if you don't know how to invest, you don't know how to get into crypto, you don't know how to start a business, stay tuned to my channel. Stay tuned to my channel because I will be having a private mentorship with 10 people. I will only be doing this with 10 people and I'm only doing it one time because this is my business. I teach people how to make money using the internet. And I know you're on the internet right now because you're watching this video. So you have the power, the same way you're watching this video, to make money on the internet because you're on the internet right now. The internet is one of the greatest things that has happened in human society. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of more people started businesses. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people got rich investing in the stock market. 2020 was mine and my girlfriend's best year. Why? Because we were prepared. We were prepared. We knew that the internet was going to take over one day. And when everything happened, when the world went into chaos, we were prepared and we took full advantage of it. Now, if there's a second lockdown, whether that's this year, next year, it's 5 years from now, will you be prepared? Will you be prepared? Doesn't matter what it is that you want to do. You want to get on YouTube. You just want to have a talk show host. You want to be a musician. You want to be a photographer. You want to be a freelancer. You want to do whatever it is that you want to do with the internet. You can make money. You can make money. And I will be having a private mentorship. I'm only taking 10 people and I'm only doing it once. Because this is what I do. This is what I do. And I'm going to do it for free on my YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit those thumbs up if you want to be a part of the mentorship. All you got to do is check my website out, dynastydigital.net. Go on my website, dynastydigital.net, and send me an email if you want to be a part of this mentorship. It's going to happen in September. I am basically going to be giving 10 people the ideas for free that I charge hundreds and hundreds of dollars for, right? Now, again, if there's another lockdown, what will you do? You need to have multiple sources of income. And another source of income that I basically just announced on the last thing is I have a podcast and a show now on Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, right? So I basically added another leg to myself because obviously now I'm going to get paid off the podcast show, off the Leave a Legacy show. So make sure you're tuning into the Leave a Legacy show. I will be having exclusive content on there on Spotify, on Pandora, on Google Play, on Apple Podcasts, and I will be having a lot of guests there. So make sure you tune into the Leave a Legacy show. And that's another sources of income that you guys can do as well. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you guys learned something today. We all have multiple bills. Why do we have only one income? It got to be the opposite. We should have bills and have more income than we have bills. We should have more income than bills. What can produce income? Businesses, stocks, investment, real estate, crypto. Your job. Yes, your job can be one, but there's no way you could have 7 jobs. You could have 7 streams of income. You can't have 4 jobs. You cannot have 4 jobs. There's not enough time in the day. But you can have 4 streams of income. Right? As you get older, you want to be able to retire and not work and have your assets pay for your dreams, right? Have multiple sources of income, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode today. This is a very, very important episode, and it's very, very simple. It's not that complicated, y'all. Have more sources of incomes than you have bills. Have more assets than you have liabilities. If you do not know what to do, how to start, I've mentioned this many, many times. The book that has changed my life, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This book has changed my life. And don't just read the book, because reading the book, it's not taking action. You're not going to get paid if you read the book. Read the book and do what it tells you to do in the book. Right? So it's your boy Royal King Brian, aka Brian. Remember, dynastydigital.net. Hit the email that is there if you want to be a part of my private mentorship. I'm only taking 10 people, and this will be in September. I'll be doing a 1 hour training with you guys. 1 hour training with you guys on how you guys can make more money in 2021. So do not get left behind, y'all. It's your boy Royal King Brian. Peace. Hope you guys enjoy.